Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing today? All right, this morning, man, it's just me. Mary is actually on a shuttle. She had a 6 a.m. seasons going to Springer, and so today I'm doing it solo. So let's start like this. It is 6:25 a.m. on 11/8/2025, and let's start at 2,000 feet here in Blairsville, Georgia. Our weather is 56 degrees Fahrenheit, and our real feel is 59 degrees Fahrenheit. So we have a mostly cloudy with wind gusts at 5 miles per hour. Humidity is 100%. Visibility is going to be 4 miles today. Today's highs will reach a high of 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Probability of rain is 25% with wind gusts as high as 10 miles per hour. Up on Blood Mountain today, I want to say this. Now, we have a special weather report also, or warning this morning. We have patchy, dense fog, which can cause accidents. If you get into that fog, you don't know the road, or you just get in the fog and you can't see what's going on, man. So make sure that you're aware of this and you're not speeding down the back roads and hit a patch of fog and then boom, you're off the side of the road, and boom, next thing you know, you're calling a tow company. Anyways, okay, so today on Blood Mountain, we have a low of 52 degrees this morning. There will be patchy fog between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m., partly sounding with a high near of 61 degrees Fahrenheit. As we creep into the afternoon hours, we will see a possible drop in temps to 57 degrees Fahrenheit. We will also see a west wind of around 5 miles per hour with possible rainfall amounts, new rainfall amounts between a quarter of a half inch is possible, guys. So tonight we have a possible chance of rain after 10 p.m. Partial cloudy skies, lows around 49 degrees Fahrenheit. They may rise overnight into the low 50s degrees Fahrenheit. West wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Excuse me. Chance of rain is 20%. Prepare for cold nights, warm days, wet, dry, snowy, sleet conditions. Winter is just around the corner, man. It's literally right here, man. So be aware of that, guys, man. Okay, so in the Smokies, we do have for bear closures campsites number 18, number 19, number 55, number 56, number 57, number 82. So those are going to be closures. For trails, we have Twin Creek Trails. And then for bear warnings, we have campsites number 71. So if you need more information about this stuff, man, go ahead and try this number, 865-436-1297. They may be able to help you, man. All right, and so I wanted to read this right here, man. So this is another article about Cairns, and this was written on November 5th of 2025 on Wednesday by Jennifer Sandlin, and it says, "Please stop stacking rocks when you are out hiking." Now, Mary and I have been doing we talk about the Cairns, man. We read off rescues just to see what's going on out here and to keep and to remind ourselves and others, man, that the dangers are right there. They're right in front of us, man, so we have to be careful out here. But with the Cairns, man, we've also been reading that they can damage the ecosystem. They can kill, which they have. Up in the Smokies, man, there was an article a couple weeks back about a hellbender salamander, which there's two species down here. There's one that lives over here, man, and there's one like in Alabama that is going extinct or on the extinct list, and then the ones up here are not on that list. So there's two different kinds, I guess, down here. But the one in the Smokies, the Cairns caused, or the dams that people are building in the streams and rivers or creeks and stuff, man, down here, are killing the environment for the salamanders, and did kill a hellbender. But also, as we've been talking about, Cairns are also have saved people's lives, and they are built. They are made. They're in. I'm just going to use this as an example, but Acadia National Park uses cairns or that type of system to mark the trails. And there's other places also. I think it was, I don't want to say Mount Monadnock up in New Hampshire, but there was another one up there that we read about where someone had gone and kicked down all the cairns on this trail, man. And those cairns were actually supposed to be there. And so they had to go back and restack them and build them over and take the time to put them back up. So it's like they're good when they are used for what they are supposed to be used for, but just stacking them for any old reason is not. We really shouldn't be doing that, man. But also at the same time, you shouldn't just be going around and kicking them down either, because you could put someone in trouble. So I want to read this article here because it actually talks about this dude in England, the Peak District hiking Viking or whatever. I posted a video of him a while back, a couple months back. He was up in England, man, and they were putting up cairns on this trail, man. He was going and kicking them all down and just, and so I wanted to read this article though, man, just to touch base on it again. And so, because there's so many different opinions and, I just like to keep up on this stuff. So anyways, if you like to stack rocks to make little or big piles on your hikes, you might want to rethink this practice. Sure, I guess it could be for fun and even considered an art, but according to many conservationists and park authorities, it's not great for the environment and can damage the wildlife, destroy local archaeology, confuse hikers by messing with trail markers, and more. So you should stop stacking rocks, please. Human-made stone piles, sometimes called cairns, are found in many cultures around the world and have historically been used as burial mounds, reference points, and navigational tools. In Canada, the most iconic cairns are Inuksuks, originally built by the Inuit. These people-shaped structures are traditionally used to mark travel routes, hunting grounds, food caches, and more. However, the recent fad of rock stacking or balancing has become a headache for folks who manage public lands and national parks in France, the US, Canada, among others. Have asked the public to stop engaging in the practice. News 5 Cleveland reports, for example, that the Cuyahoga Valley National Park has urged the public to leave no trace and to avoid stacking rocks as they threaten habitats, cause erosion, and damage ecosystems and disrupt river flow. And CBC reports that in Canada, officials at Alberta's Jasper National Park in Newfoundland's Gros Morne National Park have also called on the public to leave landscape alone. So they provide habitat, protection, feeding grounds, and more for a variety of wildlife, including snails, insects, lizards, plants. We already have a significant impact on the planet, as it is, Ricardo Rocha, an associate professor of conservation science at the University of Oxford told CBC in an email. Nature doesn't need people further disturbing natural environments by stacking stones. Rocha is the co-author of a 2020 letter to the editor published in the journal Human-Wildlife Interactions, calling stone stacking a looming threat to rock-dwelling biodiversity. While he admits the impact is probably less severe along with well-worn trails, he says people often go off-path in search of rocks to stack. And even if they put them back where they found them after they've snapped their pictures, he says moving them at all can disrupt an ecosystem's balance. What should you do if you find a pile of stacked stones on your hike? Well, you could emulate British hiker Stuart Cox, who goes by the Peak District Viking, and just kick them over. And then he wanders through the Peak District National Park in central northern England and spots the stacked stones, which are pretty ubiquitous of these days and are sometimes as tall as 6 feet. He uses what he describes to the CBC as brute force and a size 11 boot to get rid of the rogue structures. He explains to the CBC that sometimes the stones in piles he encounters were removed from their spots on trails where they were serving the important purpose of warding off erosion and flooding, and sometimes they are from ancient walls or other Bronze Age sites, which directly negatively impacts the history of the site as well as the animals that live in the walls. So he has taken up the mission of getting rid of the stacks of walls of rocks when he finds them. He uploads the videos of his work on his social media, so you get to share the satisfaction of seeing stacks tumble to the ground. I'm not sure I'd be bold enough to kick down a stack of rocks, but I sure love watching Cox do it. Thanks for your service, Peak District Viking. Now, so if you want to learn more about that, you can go to Stuart Cox's quest to rid the landscape of them on Instagram. And so here he is. They have a few videos of him kicking the rocks down. And so I wanted to read that article because once again, there's this balance that has to happen out here, man. And if you're just going down and kicking stuff over that's up, man, and you don't know what you're doing, it can harm the environment. Not only harm the environment, but you can get someone lost, man, because they may be using those stones as a way to track back their steps or trace back their steps. So going out and just kicking over rock cairns is not probably the way to handle that. What someone should do is go ahead, call the area that you're hiking, call the USFS or whoever oversees the area, the park area, or the ranger, whoever is watching it. Go to them, try to get their number, write them an email, whatever you have to do. But contact them first and tell them about the cairns. Explain to them where they are. Take some pictures. Flag it on your Google map and send them the coordinates. And ask them first if it's okay to remove those cairns before just going in and kicking them down, man. And that's happened also. And it's because people like this, man, they just get all mad and they don't explain the whole story, man. They just, I don't know what it is. Well, actually I do. It's for views, man. And it's also probably because they don't like them and they're not cool just to stack up for no reason, man. You know what I mean, dude? But also there's a way to handle it, and that's not very professional just to go in and start kicking shit down because you don't like it, man. You should go in and ask if it's okay, man, and make sure it's okay, and make sure you're not hurting anyone in the process, man. So, I mean, if you're out there that much, man, I mean, what's it gonna hurt, man, to go home one day? They're already out there anyways. What's it gonna hurt to go home and check it out and see what's up with them, and then ask permission to do it, and then go back out the next time and take them down and put them back where they belong? I don't know. Maybe in 400 years from now, someone will be saying the millennial years, man, and those rock cairns will be part of that, and someone else will be taking them apart and building some other structure with them, and people will be complaining online again, or however they do it in 400 years, about people taking down the millennial years of rock structures, and and they don't have all these records of people complaining about them and wanting to kick them down, so they're like, oh, those structures are important, but really in real time, man, it's like these structures, they really need to be taken down. But 400 years from now, people are like, don't take those rock structures down. Yeah, anyway, so and I'm not saying it's okay to take apart old bronze age I'm not saying to go interfere with it or take it down or destroy it or remove it. I'm just saying that's just funny to think about it that way, man. So anyways, that's what we have going on there. I wanted to read that. There's not a whole bunch going on here, man. There is, yesterday, I was actually going to read about the shoeless hiker found wearing the garbage bag and that stuffed his backpack into a tree and wandered off for water. And when he tried to retrieve his pack, he couldn't find it along with his cell phone and everything else that he had. So he had like this garbage bag. He was wearing a garbage bag and had no shoes or anything, man. I mean, it just blows my mind, dude. But yeah, and then there was, the rescues of the two people in sweatpants up on a snowy peak, man. So I don't know, man. But yeah, I wanted to bring that up again, man, because they're actually hammering away at it online, man. And, this guy's probably never going to live it down. Shit happens, man. You know what I mean, dude? But there's definitely a way to avoid some of the shit from happening to you, and that's by making sure that you're prepared and not leaving all your gear in a tree and a backpack and not actually maybe making a cairn next to it or something. I don't know, man. Anyways, all right, so that's what we have going on today for news. I'm going to end it there for the news, man. But I am going to say that yesterday we had a really good day, man. Mary went ahead and took care of some stuff that needed to be taken care of here and then headed on up to Albert Mountain to pick up some riders that we had dropped off at the Jack's Gap Trail. If people have been listening and watching, we brought them from the Atlanta Air to Best Western Blairsville, picked them up at the BW. Blairsville brought them to Jack's Gap. They hiked out. Well, we picked them up yesterday at Albert Mountain and brought them back to Atlanta Airport, and then Mary made her way up here. But during the meantime, we had Nemo here yesterday, which really helped out, man. She was able to clean the house and run some shuttles that we needed done. So we had a couple guys that were done, man, and they needed a ride from Girard back to Woody. They had no water. They're just really unprepared and not ready not ready for what the mountains had to throw at them. So they had no water. They didn't have any water for a whole entire day, man. And so we ended up picking them up at Girard Gap and getting them back to Woody. And hopefully they got some water and stuff, man. I don't know what's up, but anyways, she was able to do that. Mary was able to get over to her ride at Albert Mountain, and then we had a call from some Cooper Gap riders that were actually a Neil Gap ride, which changed it to Woody Gap, which changed it to Cooper Gap because they had an injury. And so Mary was on her way back from Atlanta, and I had the call around maybe like 3:30, excuse me, and I told the riders, man, I said, look, man, because they weren't scheduled till today, actually, at like 4. They were scheduled at like 1 p.m. at Neil, and then they changed it to 4 p.m. at Woody, and then they changed it to they wanted to be picked up at Cooper Gap, but Mary was on her way back, man, and they chimed in around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and I told them that Mary couldn't get up there till past 7 o'clock, and I sent them a text. I said, look, man, if you can walk the 0.9 miles down to the tar where the dirt meets the tar, because you can, at Cooper Gap, you can walk down Gaddistown. And so I could send Nemo there because she can't drive her vehicle on that dirt. That shit's bad. It's just horrible out there. And her little car definitely would get beat up out there. So I told them if they could walk down 0.9 miles and meet Nemo, man, I could send them earlier. Well, finally, man, they caught the text because they didn't have any signal. They caught the text, and he texted me back around 6:20ish, and I was able to send Nemo over and meet them, and Mary was able to make her way back here. She was super exhausted from yesterday, man, and the last couple days, really. So I was able to line it up so Nemo could pick them up, so Mary could come straight back here, get some food into her, we could get some rest so she could get back up this morning, man, at 3 a.m. and get back on road because we have numerous shells. We had a 6 a.m. Seasoned in going to Springer Mountain, and then Cooper Gap going to Springer, and then Byron going to Springer, and then it would have been the Neil Gap going to Amicalola. So that would have been the day today, but I wanted her back here. She wanted to get back here so she could get some rest and some food into her and back on road this morning, and making sure that we get our rides done and everyone is where they should be, man. So anyways, that's what we have going on, man. And yeah, super good times, man. But definitely, guys, I want to say this too, man. Winter's right around the corner. I know I set it up earlier, man, but winter's right around the corner. We have cold nights, man, warmer days. Don't let those temperatures trick you into believing that you do not need the cold weather gear or wet weather gear, because it's all of it out here right now. It's wet, it's cold, it's warm, it's hot, it's cold. You know what I mean, man? It's sleeting, it's snowing, it's everything, man. It's a little bit of everything. So be prepared if you're going to come out here to keep your hike as comfortable as possible, man, okay? All right. Anyways, man, that's enough of my
babbling, man. If anyone needs anything at all, you can give Mary and I a call. We're here for you, man. We'll do our best to assist you, okay? All right. If you have any questions, too, give us a jingle. One love, kids. Thank you. Peace.